easily extensible. So back to the home page of our administrative panel. So far, we can only manage the users and groups. But using one line of code, we can also manage our products. Let me show you. Let's expand our products app. Inside of this app, we have this module admin. And in this module, we register the models that we need to manage in the admin section. So let's open this module. Now on the top, first we need to import our product model. So we can type out some code like this from period models. That means the models module in the current folder. So from this module, we want to import the product class or the product model, right? Now you can see this comment here, register your models here. Let's delete this comment. We don't need it anymore. Instead, we're going to write code like this. So admin dot site dot register, and we pass this product class as an argument. What is going on here? We're using this admin object that is imported on line 1. This object has an attribute called site, which is an object itself. This object has a method called register. We're calling this method and passing our product class as an argument. With this, we're telling Django that we want to manage our products in the admin area. So now with only one line of code, or more accurately 2 lines, if we go back to our administrative panel and refresh this page, we see this new table, products, that represents our products app. And in this app, currently we only have one model called product. So here we can manage all our products. Currently, we don't have any products in our database. So let's go ahead and add a new product. Look, we get this beautiful form for free. We didn't write any code to create this form and handle the click event of these buttons to insert a product into our database. All this is automatically generated by Django. So let's go ahead and add a new product. Call that orange. Let's say 1.99 each. And set the stock to 50. Now we need an image URL. So open up a new tab here. And in Google, search for orange. Then go to images. Click on tools. From the user rights menu, select for labeled for reuse. This way we don't have problem with copyright issues. So these are the free images that we can use in our application. Let's pick this one. Click on it again. Now on this page, right click the image, copy a link address, and then back to our product form, paste it here, and then save. So we successfully added a product, and that product is listed here in the product table. But what we see here is a little bit confusing. It says product object 1. It's not clear what product this is. Is it an orange? Is it a strawberry? What price is it? So in the next tutorial, I will show you how to customize this table and add columns specific to products. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to customize this products table in the admin area. That is very easy. So back to PyCharm. Here in the admin module where we register the product class for administration, we need to create a new class called product admin. So we create a class called product admin. So this is the convention we follow in Django. We start with the name of our model, that is product, and then we add the suffix admin. Now we should inherit this class from admin.modelAdmin. What is going on here? Well, this admin is a module that we have imported on line 1. In this module, we have a class called modelAdmin, which provides all the common functionality for managing models in the admin area. So by deriving this class from the modelAdmin, this class inherits all this common functionality. Now, in the body of this class, we can override or change some of this functionality or attributes. For example, in this class, we have an attribute called list_display, and this attribute specifies the columns that should be visible in this table. So we set this to a tuple, and in this tuple, we add one or more attributes of our product class. So let's quickly open up our product class. It's here in the models module. Okay, there you go. So our product class has these attributes: name, price, stock, and image URL. Now, image URL, as you saw, is a long string, so we don't want to display that in our table. So in this tutorial, let's add these 3 attributes to our products table. Back to the admin module. In this tuple, we add 3 strings: name, price, and stock. Now we have this little warning here because we haven't added 2 line breaks before and after this class. That is better. Finally, when registering our product class for administration, as the second argument, we need to pass this new class, product admin. So Django will use the information in this class to decide how to present the list of products. So back in the browser, let's refresh this page. There you go. Here's our products table. Now we have 3 columns, name, price, and stock. You can see we have this orange. The price is set to $1.99, and currently we have 50 items in the stock. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and add a new product here. Let's say a strawberry, and the price $2.99, 30 for the stock, and finally we need an image URL. I'm going to paste this address that I just copied before recording this video. Okay, let's go ahead, save the changes. The product is added, beautiful. And now we have 2 products in our table. Now here's what I want you to do. I want you to pause the video and add a few more products to our database, somewhere around 5 to 10. In the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to display these products to the public users of our website, because this admin panel is only visible to admins. So anonymous users or other registered users are not going to have access to this panel. Instead, they're going to go to /products. Now currently we're displaying a hello world message. We're going to change this page and display the list of our products in a beautiful grid. So pause the video and add 5 to 10 products, then come back, continue watching. Currently in the admin area, we can only manage the products in the products app. So there is no way to manage the offers. So as an exercise, add the ability to manage the offers here. When we click the offers link, we should see a table with 2 columns, code and discount. So go ahead and implement this and then create a new offer. All right, here's my solution. In the admin module of the products app, on line 2, first we need to import the offer class. Next, we create a new class called offer admin. We derive this from admin.modelAdmin. And here we set the list display attribute to a tuple with 2 items, code and discount. And finally, we need to register our offer model for administration. So admin.site.register offer and offer admin. That's it. Now, if we go back to the admin area and refresh the home page, we see the offers link here. Beautiful. Currently, we don't have any offers, so let's go ahead and add a new offer. I'm going to use a code like VCA1010. Let's say 10% off all products. And discount, I'm going to set this to 0.1. Now, technically, in a real application, this code should be unique. But that's a topic for a future tutorial, so for now, don't worry about it. Let's go ahead and save this offer. Okay, our offer is saved successfully. Beautiful. As you can see, in this table, we have 2 columns, code and discount. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to replace this hello world message with the list of products in our database. And that is super easy. So here in PyCharm, in the products app, let's open up the views module. Earlier I told you that in this module we define our view functions, which are functions that get called when the browser sends an HTTP request to the server. For example, when the user navigates to /products page, our browser sends an HTTP request to our Django application. Django takes that request and hands it off to this function, the index function. Now here we're simply returning a hello world message. We want to replace this with the list of products in our database. So the first step is to get the products stored in the database, and then we need to format them using some HTML template. So let's go ahead and on the top, import our product class from the models module. So from period models, import product. So we're importing the product class in the models module in the current folder. So period means the current folder. Now this product class has a bunch of useful methods for getting data from our database. For example, we can call product.objects.all, and this returns all the products we have in our database. We also have filter for filtering products. Let's say we want to get products that are more expensive than $2 or products that are out of stock. We can use the filter method. We also have the get method for getting a single product. And we also have the save method for inserting a new product or updating an existing one. Now, in this tutorial, we're going to use the all method to get all the products from our database. Then we store them here in this variable. So we have done the first step. Next, we need to create an HTML template for presenting this list of products to the user. So back to the project panel. Inside the products app, let's add a new folder, a new directory. And by convention, we should call that templates. Make sure to spell it properly because this is a special directory that Django looks at to load templates. So let's go ahead with that. Now we want to create a template for the index function. So inside of this folder, let's add a new file and call that file index.html. Now here we can write some HTML code. If you're not familiar with HTML, don't worry, just follow along with me. It's super easy to learn. So first let's type H1 and then press tab. This inserts an H1 tag into our HTML document, and we use this to display a big bold heading. So inside these tags, let's type products. Now below this H1, let's type UL and press tab. Now this inserts a UL tag, and we use this to display a list of items. Now we need to surround each item with an LI tag. So type out LI, press tab, and in between the tags, let's type item 1, then copy and paste this a couple times. So item 2 and item 3. Now instead of item 1, item 2, and item 3, we want to display the name of our products. But before we get there, let's simply return this HTML markup to the client instead of the hello world message. So back to the views module. Here in the index function, we need to change the return statement on line 8. So we want to call the render function. This function is already imported on the top on line 2. We use this function to render a template. So let's call this function. As the first argument, we need to pass this request object that we get as an argument to this function. So let's pass the request here. As the second argument, we need to specify the name of our template. So we pass a string. What is the name of our template? That is index.html, right? Now, before going any further, let's go back to the browser